Number 3, Introduction, Zohar 1. Uchema de diukina divris is dira be'arbe'in usrain zivugin hahu zar'a kach izdira shema gilifa mifarash be'arbe'in usrain asvan de oivada divrei.
Okay. And just as the covenant is sown by 42 birthings from that same seed, so is the engraved and the holy name sown by the 42 letters that describe the works of creation. The,
Bereshit, Bereshis, Rabbi Shimon Pasach, Hanitzonim Nir'u Va'aretz, Hanitzonim Da Ivada Divreshis, Nir'u Va'aretz Emasai, Bayom Hashalishi, Ichsiv Vatoitze Haaretz Kedain Nir'u Va'aretz. Ace Hazamir Higia Da Yom Revi'i De Ha Va Be Zemir Aritzim Me'oros Chatzer. V'koel hator do yom chamishi. Tichsiv yishritzu hamayim v'gomer lemebad taladois. Nishma do yom shishi. Yichsiv naase adam. V'hav va osid lemikdam asiya lishmiya. Ichsiv hacha naase adam, uchsiv hasam naase v'nishma. V'artzenu v'da yom Shabbos, de'ihu dogmas eretz hachayim.
okay. In the beginning, Rabbi Shimon opened. The flower buds appeared on the earth. Song of Songs 2:12. The flower buds refer to the act of creation. When had they appeared on the earth? On the third day, as it is said, and the earth brought forth grass. Genesis 1:12. That was when they appeared on the earth. The time of pruning doves, Song of Songs 2:12, has come, alluding to the fourth day when the pruning of the tyrants took place. Stars in Genesis 1:14 shares a spelling with curses. The voice of the turtle dove, Psalms 2:14, refers to the fifth day, where it is written, "Let the waters swarm," Genesis 1:20, so as to produce offspring. It is heard, Psalms 2:12 refers to the sixth day, where it is written, "Let us create man," and there it is said, "All that the Lord has spoken, we will faithfully do." Exodus 24:7. Let us make man, Genesis 1:26, who shall put action before listening, because it says here, "Let us make man," while there on Mount Sinai, when the Lord asked Israel about the Torah, they said, "We will faithfully do." Exodus 24:7. In the land, Psalms 2:12 refers to the day of Shabbat, which represents the land of life.
Shehu Oilam haba, oilam hanashamais, oilam hanachamais. Nusach acher, davar acher. That's in parentheses. Generally, in the Hebrew, I won't read the parentheses. This is what I was taught. Generally, you scan them without reading. Hanitzonim ilen inun avahan de al de'alu de'alu. Let's just do a temporary Hebrew class. De'alu, this word. Where's the emphasis? The aleph. What sound does it make? You could see here it's totally silent. De'alu. The is not the aleph. It's the ayin. It's the ayin. De'alu. Ayin is the making the sound. So what's aleph doing there? It's not even making a sound. It's just holding space. It's incredible. This word de'alu. Anyways, de'alu b'machashava ve'alu be'alma de'ase ve'eskenizu taman. Umitaman nafku bignizu v'itamiru goy nevi'e kishoit. Isilid Yosef v'itamiru Bei all Yosef be'ara kadisha unsivloin tamon uchten niru va'aretz ve'isgalu tamon ve'emasai ischazun b'sha'asa de'iskile keshes be'olma deha b'sha'asa dekeshes ischaze kiten iskalion inun uvehahi sha'asa es hazamir higi'a idan lekatzet chayavin me'olma Amai ishtazivu begin dehanitzonim nir uva aretz ve'elmale denir ula ishta'arun ve'elma la iskayam.
Another explanation for buds. These are the patriarchs who come to mind and came into the world to come, where they were hidden. They emerged from there secretly and hid themselves within the true prophets. Joseph was born, and they concealed themselves in him. When Joseph entered the Holy Land, he revealed their presence, and then they appeared on the earth and were seen there. When are the patriarchs seen? When the rainbow is seen in the sky. It is when the rainbow is seen that they are revealed. And at that moment, the time of pruning has come. This means that the time has come to eradicate the wicked from the world. Why were the wicked saved until now? Because the flower buds can be seen in the earth, and if they could not be seen, the wicked would not have remained in the world, and the world would not be able to exist. That's really, really interesting how they're talking about if you could see the flower bud, like you know what's coming, so in this case he's talking about like evil in the world and like what brings when are the patriarchs seen. It's basically when they are revealed. So I'm just going to go back just a little bit more on this. So the buds, okay, so the patriarchs, so they emerged from there secretly and hid themselves within the true prophets. So within the prophets, these patriarchs were actually just hiding in there, just carrying on everyday life, but they were in there. So then they talk about Joseph in the Holy Land, and he revealed their presence. So the patriarchs were coming through Joseph, and they were being revealed. And it said, they were seen there, their presence was seen there, so people, they were finally revealed. So it says, when the rainbow is seen in the sky, it is when the rainbow is seen that they are revealed. And at that moment, the time of pruning has come. This means the time to eradicate the wicked was done. Hold on, I think I missed a spot here.
Sorry?
Okay. So it's interesting where he says when he went to the Holy Land, he revealed their presence. So So, like, he revealed it, and then they appeared on the earth and were seen there. So that's just pretty cool. Like, he revealed it, like, and then they were seen. And so it talks about the blossom being okay. And at that moment, the time of pruning has come. This means that the time has come to eradicate the wicked from the world. Why were the wicked saved until now? Because the flower buds can be seen in the earth. So if you could see the flower buds, it means that the evil isn't eradicated because it's still budding. And if they could be seen, the wicked, and if they could not be seen, would not have remained in the world, and the world would not be able to exist. That's so interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So, uman mekayem alma begarm la'avahan de iskalion kal yinoike de la'an be'iraisa uvgin inun ravion de alma ishtiziv lekavlehain Toire Zahav Naase Loch. Elaine Inun Yenoike Ravion Ulmin Dichsiv the Asisa Shenayim Kerubim Zahav.
And who sustains the world and causes the patriarchs to appear? It is the voice of the children who study the Torah. It is the voice of the children who study the Torah. And since they grow in the world is sustained. In deference to them, it is written, we will make you necklets of gold. Psalms 111. This refers to the children that grow strong in the world, as is written, and you shall make two cherubs of gold. Okay.
Bereshit. Rabbi Elazar Pasach. Se'u Maraim Enechem Ur'u Mi Vara Ela. Se'u Maraim Enechem Leon Asar. Le'asar Dechol Einin Tolyon Le. Uman Ihu Pesach Einayim. V'saman tindeun dehai sosim atika dekaima lashe'ela. Bara ela uman ihu mi ahu deikre mikse hashemayim le'ela. Dechoila kaima bershuse. Ve'al dekaima lashe'ela ve'ihu be'oirach sosim velo iskalia. Ikre mi. Deha le'ela leis taman she'ela. V'hai kitzei hashamayim ikre mi.
In the beginning, Rabbi Elazar opened, lift up your eyes on high, and behold who has created these things. Isaiah 40:26. Lift up your eyes to what place? To the place where all eyes are turned. And who is he that has created these things? He is the one who opens those eyes. And you will know this. It is the concealed Atika wherein lies the question. Who has created these? And who is he? Who am I? He is called,
Me, like memyod. Memyod means.
oh, Memute,
Yeah, it's
Memute.
confusing. I'm sorry about the English. They don't,
Okay.
yeah.
He is called from the end of divine heaven on high, where everything belongs to him, as everything is in his domain. And since one can ask about him, though he is concealed and not revealed, he is called Who, because beyond him one may not pose such questions. Thus, the end of heaven is called Who.
V'is achara. Lisata, Vikre Ma. Ma Bain Hai Lahai. Ella Kadma'a. Sisima'a. Dekre Mi. Kaima. Kaf Lamed Ches Aleph. Bayakel Resh. Oh, I'm actually in parentheses. Sorry. I'm skipping that. I'm skipping the parentheses. I didn't realize. La She'ela. Chevan de Sha'al Bar Nosh. Pashpesh leistakla ulminda midarga ledarga ad soif kol dargin kevon de modde tamon ma yadata ma istakalta ma pishpashta ha koila sosim kid kadmisa.
Okay. And then, and there is another below called what. What is between who and what? The first one, which is called who, is concealed. It remains a question. Once man has searched and inquired in order to understand and climb from one level to another, and has finally reached the end level of all, is asked, what? What have you learned? What have you seen? What have you investigated, since everything is still concealed, just as it was before?
Ve'al raza da kisiv ma'idech ma'adam elach had ischir be makdisha nafak kala va'amar ma'idech b'chol yoima v'yoima ashidas bach miyoimin kadma'in dichsiv ha'idoisi v'chem hayoim es hashamayim ve'es ha'aretz uma adam eloch behahu gavna mamash ataris loch beitrin kadishin avadis loch shaltanu al alma dichsiv hazois ha'ir sheyoimru kelilas yoifi v'goimer korena loch Yerushalayim habenuya ke'ir shechubura la Ma ashvelach kigavna de ant yosva hachi hu kivyachol leela kigavna de lo olin hashtabach amma kadisha besidur. Sorry, this is a good point to emphasize nikudot. Um the dot, the I forget how Dagesh in the Dalid here Bisidrun, and there's a Dagesh in the Dalid. What is the Dagesh doing? It tells me to emphasize because I don't know how to pronounce this word. So the emphasis is on the Dalid. It's not how I was pronounced it originally wrong, but it's accurately with the Dagesh Bisidirin, Dirin, Bisidirin. The emphasis is on the Dalid because it has a dot. You see that dot, Kim? Can you see the dot in the Dalid?
I see the dot.
So that dot tells me. I know the bays. I know it's not a bays because it has a dot, so it's bays. It's bit. The two dots underneath is called a shiva. A shiva. I don't know if we did it together. A shiva, but that's called a shiva. What's under the bays? That means bit, like bereshis. The first word in the is right? So Bereshis. So this is not Bereshis, it's Bisidrin. Bi is a prefix. Bisidrin. But it's not Bisidrin and then the Dalid gets hung off and left off. The Dalid is the emphasis. That's why the Dagesh is there. So it's Bisidrin. Bisidrin. It's like emphasis on the Dalid. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it accurately though. Bisidrin. Kadishin. Hachi oimena lach de la earl ana leela ardiye alun bach uchwaisach lesata vida ihu nechama dilach hail de darga da ashve lach bechayla. Behashta de ant hacha gadol kayam shivrech ve'ise madeleis lach kayama ve'asvasa mi yirpa lach. Vadai hahu darga sesima'a ila'a de chayla kaima bay. Bay with, again, there's a dugation in the hay. You see the dugation in the hay? So if there wasn't a dagesh, I would say kaima bay. But because of the dagesh, I say kaima bay, and I emphasize the bay, the bay. The hey has an emphasis. Kaima bay, and I don't know what it does in Hebrew. I think it changes from masculine to feminine. I don't know how it does in Aramaic because what we're reading is Aramaic. It's Hebrew letters, but it's Aramaic language. Kaima bay, yirpelach. And again, the chaf sofi of the year palach has a shva inside of it. The next word has a shva on bottom of the vav. V'yoikim lach, and then we're done. It's the last word for this paragraph. But v'yoikim lach, you have a shva. The two dots is called a shva under the vav. That's the same as in the chaf sofi of year palach. The third to last word is lach. It has a shiva. The second to last word starts with a shiva, but it's under the vav. When it's lach, and the third to last word, for whatever reason, they put the shiva. It's not on bottom of the chaf sofi. It's inside of it. I don't know why, but that's how they did it.
Hmm.
Liyir palach v'yoikim lach. And I turn it over to you.
Of this secret it is written, what can I take as witness or liken to you, O fair Jerusalem? What can I match with you to console you, O fair maiden Zion? Lamentations 2:13. This is because after the temple was destroyed, a voice came forth and said, what shall I take to witness for you, and what shall I liken to you? This means that using what I shall witness about you each and every day since the ancient days. As it is written, I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day. Deuteronomy 30:19, which is what I liken to you. In the very same manner, I crowned you with holy crowns and made you ruler over the world. As is written, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty? Lamentations 2:15. I have called you Jerusalem, built as a city that is compact together. Psalms 122:3. What shall I equal to you? Lamentations 2:13. Just as her situation is here, so it is seemingly above. Just as now the holy nation does not enter below with the sacred arrangements, so I swear to you that I will not enter above until your throngs come to you down below. This is your consolation, that I equate you with this level in every respect. And now you are here. Your breach is great like the sea. Lamentations 2:13. And if you say that there is no existence or remedy for you, then who shall heal you? Namely, that same concealed supernal level who, through which everything exists, shall heal and uphold you. Okay,
Do you want to
so
do that
so
again in Hebrew? And I'll try to give a better translation.
yeah, you have a better translation instead of this one. Sure.
No, I don't know that I do, but I felt like it was a bit overloaded.
Okay.
So we could try again slower if you want
Sure.
with it. Like just to go through it again slower from the top in Hebrew.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I felt like this piece is it's telling us something. On this so like back at the top by number 9. Valraza Dina Kasiv. And on this secret it's written in Echa, in the book of Lamentations.
Okay.
Ma Aidech Ma Adamelach. Like, what can I testify? What can I compare you to? Once it was destroyed, the holy temple, a voice went out and I said, how will I testify to you each and every day there's a testimony to you from ancient days, as it's written in Deuteronomy 30. Um, I make testimony to you this day that the heavens and the earth, with the heavens and the earth, maybe. And what do I compare you to? To that color, literally, that ataris loch. I don't know what this means. Ataris is like wrapping. Wrapping. Usually I can click on the word and get a translation from Safaria. Why can't I do that now? Usually you could click on the word when you're in the app and it'll translate for you. Right now it's not working. But Ataris, I think, is wrap. So a color that literally wraps you in a wrapping of holiness that works for you to control on the world. It's like okay, I don't know what that means. As is written again in the same book, Eicha, Beis. I think Eicha, I think is Lamentations in English. I think Hazois Ha'ir Sheyomru Kalilas Yoifi the Gomer. Is this the city that they said about it that it has? It's called the General Beauty or something. I don't know. I'm
Oh,
mistranslating maybe.
that's what it said here. It said the city of Jerusalem, O fair Jerusalem.
Cool. Yerushalayim Habanuya ki ir shechubra la. Jerusalem that is built, the city that they chibered to it. Chiber, we had this word before. Chiber is a hard word. It means compilation or friend or group, or it means a lot of things. It means connection. So I don't know how to translate that. Ma ashvelach, what will I equate you to? Like this, kigavna de ant yaspa, like this that you give. Haki hu kiviyachal le'ela. So too it is, so to speak, in comparison above. Kigavna de la olin hashtabach amakadisha besidrin kadishin. Just like they don't elevate above now in it, the holy nation in order in holiness. I hope I'm not mistranslating. Hachi oimena lach de lo el ana leela ad de ye alun bach uch loisach lesata. I don't know how to translate that. Vida ihu nechama dilach, and this is going to be your comfort. Hayol de darga da, since this level, ash velach b'chayla, I equate you in fullness. V'hashta de antacha gadol, and now that you're so great, kayam shivrech, like the sea, you'll be blessed, I think. V'isema de leislach kayama ve'as vasa, and if you're going to say you don't have any existence and something, I don't know, mi yirpalach, mem yod is going to heal you. Me, mem yod, in Hebrew says the word me, which means who. Me, mem yod, who. Mem Yod is going to heal you. It's a verse from Shemos, which is Exodus in English, 237, chapter, verse 2.
Is
Um,
that where they say like I am? Who's going to heal you? Like I am. Is that the same thing like saying me?
I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Vadai Hahu Darga, certainly that level, Sasima Ila'a, is closed and elevated, like hidden and elevated. Dechoila Kaimabe, everything is existed through it. Yirpalach, it will heal you, v'yoikimlach, and existify you, make you exist. That's the best I can do.
That was really great, and I actually wrote some things down, Yoel. Um, if you wouldn't mind, it'll probably be a lot easier this time because you already went through it. Could you just kind of start right from the top again and just go through it again? And when you hit the pointers that I wrote down, we could just maybe stop and talk about it.
Yeah, do I get to do a ketamine break? 1 second. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm right here.
1 second. All right, starting at the top from number 9. Al. Al, we've done this in Hebrew and many times. Al is upon it. It's related to the word yoke, which is oil. If we inserted a vav between the ayin and the lamed, it would be instead of al upon as a two-letter root with a prefix of vav, which just means and. If we inserted a vav between the ayin and the lamed, it would be a three-letter root, and it would not be a two-letter root of al, which means upon. It would mean oil, yoke. That's just a side note because we're trying to propagandize and teach people Hebrew. There's a side quest. But anyway,
Okay.
the al raza, in regards to the raza, in on or regards to the raza. Raza is Aramaic word for secret. Dina kisiv. I don't know what dina means. Dina is like an adjective or something. It's like just another word to use to like make space and like put there. It doesn't really mean anything.
Okay.
Vel raza dina on this. Maybe it means like this, on this secret, on this secret, and upon this secret. Ksiv, ksiv. The three-letter root word here is kaf taf bays. The yod is not part of the three-letter root word, and it's kotev, katev. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it means to write, to write. So on this secret, it was written. Ksiv with the yod like that, it means it was written. Where was it written? In Echa, Echa bays. That's why it's in parentheses because it's just a source note. Echa is how you would say in Hebrew, I think Lamentations. And Bays is two. So Lamentations 2. It says there, Ma a'idech ma adam eloch. Ma means what, and Aleph as a prefix means I. So what I, idech, and what I dama. Idech, I'm not entirely certain, but the chaf at the end I think is a suffix that means you. So, and ayin yodalit as a three-letter root word, well, I'm not so certain, but I know you can always remove a yud, right? And ayin dalid aid means witness or testimony.
Okay.
So ma aidech means what will I testify to you? What will I testify to you? And then the next word, ma adama, the next two words, sorry, or the next three words, ma adama loch. Ma adame loch. So what again is the aleph is I as a prefix. Dome means to compare or similar or contrast. What will I testify? What will I contrast? Loch to you. Li is a prefix. Chaf is a suffix. So this word is fascinating. You see this word loch? It's fascinating. It's not a word. It's just a prefix and a suffix put together.
Huh.
To you. It's not a word. You see that? You see the word lamed chaf,
I
Sofit?
do.
It's not a word. It's not even a real Hebrew word. It's just a prefix and a suffix put together.
Cool.
So, and another fascinating thing I want to point out is that in Adam Eloch, you have the chaf Sofit as its own word, but in the previous two words, because what look what it says. It's quoting from Echa Beis, from Lamentations 2. It says, Ma Aidech Ma Adam Eloch. So in the first part of that verse, it says Ma Aidech. What Memhe, what Aleph is I, so Memhe is what, Aleph is I. So Ma Aida, what I will testify. Ayin Dalid is testimony. Chaf Sofit is you. Then we have a full stop or a comma or something, and then it's Ma Adam Elach. But now the Chaf Sofit to mean to you is not a part of our root word, it's its own separate word because it's not Adamech. Like we could have if we wanted, we could have had that word be a part of, you know what I mean? We could have just combined words, but we didn't. It's very interesting. I don't know what it means. I'm just pointing it out. Let's continue. So ma'idech ma'adamelach. What do I testimony to you? What will I compare you to? Kad ischriv. Once it was destroyed. Kad means like once. Ischriv means destroyed. Bei Makdasha means the house of holiness, the Beis Hamikdash. I don't know how it means that, by the way, because in Hebrew we would say Beis. Bias, Beis Yud Taf. Apparently, in the Aramaic, you could just drop the Taf. I didn't know that. But Makdisha is the same, like Mikdash in Hebrew without the Aleph. In Aramaic, for some reason, there's an Aleph added. It's very weird. They're sister languages, they relate. I don't get it. Nafak means to come out or go. So Kad Isra Be Makdisha, once it was destroyed, the Beis Hamikdash, Nafak Kala, a voice went out. Kala is a voice. Again, in Hebrew, you wouldn't have that aleph. It would just be the kol, the kaf lamed, but you would have a vav in between them. You would have kaf vav lamed as a three-letter root word to mean voice. So a voice goes out. Va amar. Vav is a prefix and it means and. Aleph mem resh is a three-letter root word that means say. Va amar and say. And I said, I think, because aleph is usually I. So a voice goes out and I say, ma aidech. What will I um testimony or give testimony for to you? I know that it's I because Aleph is I. And I know it's future because Aleph in front of a word is future. It's I future. I will. Eid Aleph Yudalid is testimony, and we said that the Chaf with that Shva inside of it, instead of it being underneath, for whatever reason it's inside of it, the Chaf Sofi, that's you. It's actually you plural masculine, I think. I think. I'm not so expert. Okay. Now we have the parentheses we're going to skip. It's just giving us extra information, which is very necessary for those who know, but we don't really know too much. So it's okay. We can skip it. It's just like context and like, I'll tell you what it says. I'll just tell you for everyone who wants to know. It says non aleph, which means nusach acher, like another edition, another version, because this was manuscripts. They didn't have a printing press. So each author had his own like variation. So another edition had instead of ma'idech, it had I don't know, like you see, it said I don't know. I'm not such an expert. I don't know. I actually don't get what he's saying here. But
It's
another
okay.
version had and then we have in brackets now ma. So there's a secondary another manuscript. It's not just one manuscript that they want to give us. Another edition. There's like two. There's another edition, and besides that other edition, within that other edition, there's already a discrepancy. Is there a vav or no vav? Is it uma or ma? Is it vav memhe or is it just memhe? That's why the brackets are there because they're not sure if it's memhe or if it's vav memhe. But anyway, so according to this other edition, that might be vav memhe or memhe. It says vav memhe or memhe, but it says ma adame lach behahu ma aidach. I don't know. It's just another source text. If anyone's an expert and wants to know all the different variations from the manuscripts, that's how we have it. And that's what the parentheses are. Cool. Anyways, bechol yoima. Be is a prefix. It means with or in. Chol is every. Yoim is a day. I don't know why the aleph is at the end. Again, it's because it's Aramaic. Aramaic does that. It just adds aleph. I don't know. Yoim in Hebrew, Yud Vav Mem is day. Yoima in Aramaic is day also. You just add a aleph. So bechol yoima in every day. V'yoima. So in each and every day. Bechol yoima v'yoima in each and every day. V'ha. It's in brackets. The brackets would generally read, I think, from what I know. V'ha and this. Ha is like just vav is a prefix that means and. Ha is just like this. It's not really translated. As he das. Testimony, and then again the aleph is like a prefix and I. So like I will testimony. Bach in or within, and then the chaf is you. Again, it's not a real word. Bach is not a real word. It's just a prefix and a suffix put together. The ba, the base is within, and the chaf is you. So it's within you. It's not a word. It's just a prefix and a suffix within and you. Okay. Mi yoimin kadma in dichsiv. Mi yoimin. Mem is a prefix. It means from. Yom is the three-letter root word. Yod Vav Mem, three-letter root word. It means Yom is a day. And then the suffix to make it plural is Yud Nun. So from days that are plural. Kadma'in. The three-letter root word here is Kaf Dalid Mem, Kedem, which means eastern, or it also means before, earlier. We come from the east and we're going west, generally, in the biblical map. You're coming from the east, apparently. Apparently, I don't know. So, Miyamin Kadma'in, from days that are preceding Dichsiv, as it is written in Devarim chapter Lamed, Idoisi v'chem, I was making testimony in you, plural, this day, ayoim, this day, es hashamayim v'es haaretz, the heavens and the earth. So I think he's using the heavens and the earth as witnesses. Uma adam eloch, and what will I compare to you? Ve'ahu gavna, with that color, mamash, literally, a tourist, enclosed or wrapped, loch, to you. The Itrin Kadishin, with enclothements of holiness. Avadis loch, working for you or to you. Shaltanu al alma, ruling or conquering or conquesting, controlling on or over the world. Dichsiv, as is written in Lamentations, I believe, 2, Echa. Hazois ha'ir sheyomru kelilas yoifru v'gomer kareina lach. So, is this the city that they said about it? Kalilas yoifi. Kalilas klal. Kalilas yoifi is hard to translate for me. The root of Kalilas, I think, is Kaf Lamed Lamed. It means klal, general. General, not general like an army, but general like general rule. So Kalilas Yoifi, like the general beauty. I don't know what that means. Is this the city that they said it's like the general beauty? Like, is this the beautiful city that they said is so beautiful? Etc. Korein Allah, they're gonna call on to you.
It
Quoting from
says,
Psalms. Yerushalayim Habenuya, Jerusalem as it's built, Keir Shechuber Allah, like a city that is connected to her. Chuber, Chaber, connection. Echa, two. Ma ashvelach, what will I equate to you? Kigavna de ant yasva, for example, like this that you give her. Hachi hu kivyachal le'ela, so too it is, so to speak, above. Kigavna de lo alin hashta bach ama kadisha bisidrin kadishin. Just like they don't go up now in you, the holy nation, in order of holiness, or something like that. Hachi I may nalach, so too I maybe like appoint you or say about you. I have no idea, honestly. I don't know what Aimena to you means. Aimena lach. Aimena lach. What's the three-letter word of Aimena? Aleph Mem Nun. Amen. Amuna. I have faith. I have faith. Hachi Aimena lach. I have faith in you. I instill or give you faith, or I am faith in you. The law eol, it will not go up on, I think, Ana le'ela adiyet. Ah, Hachi I menalach. I give you my faith. The law eol. I will not go up Ana now, I think, or please. Le'ela, above. Ad, until the ye alun, that until they go up bach in you. Uch loisach lesata. I'm not going to go up with something until you up. Ochloisach lesata. I don't know what that means. Ochloisa. Ochloisa. Aleph is the prefix. The three-letter root word is going to be chaf lamed samach. You could see easily, we could get rid of the suffixes and the prefixes, the yods, the vavs, you know what I mean. So chaf lamed samach, I have no idea what that three root word is. I don't know. Klois, I don't know. It sounds like a angle, but I don't know. Uchlois lisata to down below. V'da'ihu nechama dilach. And this is your nechama, your like we want to make you feel better. Nechama is when you make someone feel better. You comfort them. Hayil the darga da, since Hayil is since the darga, that this level, darga is level or step, darga. Dalid is like a hey in Hebrew, but now we're in Aramaic, so it's Dalid, I think. Da ashve lach bechayla. This I will equate with you, to you, in everything. Ashve, shave. Aleph is I prefix. Shin vav he is to make equal. Lach is a prefix and a suffix. Lamed is the prefix to. Chaf is the suffix to you. It's not a chaf normal because it's at the end of the word, so it's a chaf sofi. Bechayla is the prefix is with or in, and chayla is a all of it, maybe? I don't know. Chaf lamed means all of it. The hashta, and now the ant, that you. Hacha means so. Godol is great. Kayam, like the water. Shivrech. I don't know what shivrech means. Shivrech shover, shin beis reish, means to break, broken. Chaf is you. Kayam, like you broke the ocean. I don't know if we broke the ocean. We're so big. We broke the ocean. I don't know if I'm reading it wrong. I hope not. The east. I think that's what he's saying accurately.
Like a
By the way.
breach. Like your
Yeah. We.
breach was great, like the sea.
You what?
It does it say breach?
Yeah. I mean, it's shover is to break, breach. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're breaking the ocean. He's saying we're so big. He says v'hashta the ant hacha gadol. And now that you're so great. Kayam shivrech, like the ocean you break. You break the ocean. We're so big, we broke the ocean. The man, if you're gonna say the leislach kayama, that you don't have any existence. The asvasa. I don't know what asvasa is. The root letter word be aleph samach taf. I've never encountered that word. I don't think. I mean, I'm sure I have, but I don't know what it means. And you don't have the leislach. You don't have existence, and you don't have asvasa. I don't know how to translate that. Now that you broke the sea and you don't have existence, and if you're going to say you don't have existence, and asvasa, aleph samach taf. If you're going to say that, so then he responds, mi yirpalach. Mem yod is going to heal you. He will heal you. Who? Mem yod. Me. Mi yirpalach. It's a play on words because really, mi yirpalach, I think, is a question. Who will heal you? Yirpalach means heal to you. Me means who will heal to you. Who's going to heal you? Now we're saying, no, don't read it like that. Who's going to heal you? But rather read it, who that's going to heal you. The who, the mem yod is going to heal you. Vadai hahu darga sisima'a ila'a dechayla kaima be yirpalach v'yakimlach. Vadai means certainly. Vadai means certainly, also in Hebrew. Hahu, that. Hahu means that. Who means it. Hahu means that. I think. Darga means level. Sisima'a means closed. Ila'a means elevated. Dichayla means that all or everything. Kaima means exist. Be means in it. Yirpa means he will heal. Lach means to you. V'yoikim means and he will establish and make stand up. And lach means to you. And then that's it.
Very good. So so what I got was like, so what is below and who is above? So who is above what and who is concealed? And so at, as we go up the levels, um, and they're saying like who are your two witnesses going to be, because you're basically going to get whatever you did here, you're going to get there. And just as it is below, that's what's going on above. Um, and they also talked in the paragraph before that in like the raising, like as you go through the levels of going up from the what to the who, there is you're wrapped in holiness. So you're wrapped in holiness in that ascent. That's how I take that. And on the end, where they were talking about your breach is great like the sea. So, um, okay, so the holy nation does not enter below with the sacred arrangement. So I swear to you, I will not enter above. So it's like because we're not entering in below, it says, I swear to you, I will not enter in above. So again, it's like back, like, okay, whatever's going on down here is going on up there. Um, until your throngs come to you down below. Okay, this is your consolation that I acquit with you at this level in every respect. And now you are here. Your breach is great like the sea. So it's, um, and if you say there is no existence or remedy for you, then who shall heal you? And so, like, for me, it's like your breach is great like the sea. It's almost just like it's so far and wide, like in between, like, say, what you've done and what you wish you would have done. Like, there's such a great gap, like a breach. And you might feel that, there's no remedy for you, that you'll never be able to heal from this. Like, you've gone, like, so far, like, the gap is too wide. The sea is breached, so wide, as big as the ocean. But then it just says, even with that, you might feel that way, but it says who the supernal level who is concealed, shall heal and uphold you.
Love
So
it.
that's what I get out of that. Did you get that
Yes, I like it a lot.
out of it? Okay. Want to do a little bit more?
Yeah, but I want to take a break and tell you that this is like a very, very, very beautiful piece that we just read. Like it's not like Hashem is telling us, "Hey, I have the heaven and earth as testimony against you that I'm going to punish you and destroy you." That's what I always thought it meant, the verses. But we
Right.
have through this like eye-opening lens, like no, we were reading it wrong. The heaven and earth are there as testimony, but not to destroy us, but to empower us.
I know, and it's it does kind of start out a little scary. It's like, oh my gosh, you have to go up and you're going to, like, face, like, you have these witnesses, and it's like everything since the ancient days, and heaven and earth are going to witness against you, and it's like you just feel that, you're going to be judged so harshly, um, and where it says in Deuteronomy, 30:19, it says, even though, like, say those things are true, you're going up and there's witnesses against you, and you have to stand before the judge. It's like, but in Deuteronomy 30:19, it says, in the very same manner I crowned you with holy crowns, and I made you ruler over all the world. Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty? I have called you Jerusalem, built as a city that is compact together. Who shall I equal to you? So it's kind of like, so yeah, like, even if you're going up with witnesses and they're going to judge you for everything that you did since the ancient of days, you still have to remember, in the same manner, you're still crowned. You're still crowned, with holy crowns. I've called you Jerusalem, and put you together, and there's this perfection of beauty that is what God sees. And then it says, okay, um, just as your situation is here, so it is seemingly above. Just as now the holy nation does now enter below with the sacred arrangements. So is that kind of like the bride, like the sacred arrangements, like entering in to, um, you know, I kind of read that as that. Just as your situation is here, so it is seemingly above. Just as now the holy nation does not enter below with the sacred arrangements, so I swear to you that I will not enter above until your throngs come to you down below. This is your consolation that I equate you with this level in every respect. And now you are here. Okay, so basically we're at this level. So we're equated to this level. So we're here and your breach is great like the sea. So it's like, oh gosh, there's this huge part in between, like between the two sides, and there's no existence and no remedy, then who shall heal you? Namely, the same concealed supernal level who, through which everything exists, shall heal and uphold you. So even when we think it's so far and wide, we still have the concealed who, which will heal and uphold us.
Beautiful.
Okay, you want to read number 10?
Yeah. Me Titze Hashemayim Le'ela. From Oh, I'm not supposed to translate. Okay, so I'm not gonna translate. I'm just gonna read it, but I'll
Okay,
freestyle it anyways. Is that okay?
sure.
Okay. Mi Kitse Hashemayim Le'ela. From the Kitse, me is from. Kitse Hashemayim Le'ela. Kitse, Kates is like the end. The end times are called Kates. So from the ends of the Shemayim, the heavens, Le'ela, to above. Ma ve'ad Kitse Hashemayim Lesata. Ma. So now we're changing it from me to ma. Me is I'm so lost and confused, sorry. Me I think is me is ma is what? Me is not what. Me is not what. It's the same like almost, but it's not. Anyways, me kitzei hashamayim le'ela, ma ve'ad kitzei hashamayim lesata. Okay? Me kitzei hashamayim le'ela, ma ve'ad kitzei hashamayim lesata. I don't quite get it. I'm just going with it. Skip the
Okay.
parentheses.
Okay.
Vida Yoris Yaakov Di'ihu Mavriach Min Hakotze El Hakotze. Vida. Vida means and this. Yoris, I think means to go down, descent, I think. Yaakov, Jacob, Di'ihu, that he is or is Mavrich. What's Mavrich? I mean, I don't know what the three-letter root word here is of Mavrich. That's a hard one. Where is there a three-letter root word or a two-letter root word if you want to get Kabbalistic, mystical? Where is the root word? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Mem is part of the thing or if Ches is or where do you get two letters? Beis and Reish, obviously. Okay, fine. Beis and Reish are the two. I don't know what it means. Mavriach. I don't know. Minakatze elakatze. From the Kates until the Kates. Minakatze kadma'a. From the first Kates. Di'ihu mi, which is Mem Yod. El hakatze basra'a. Until the last Kates. Kaf tzadik. Di'ihu, which is ma, Mem he. Begin dekaim be'emtza isa. In the way that it exists or stands up in the middle. The alda mi bar ela. And on this, me, who created these? On you. It's on you.
Okay, so who is the upper edge of heaven and what is the lower edge of heaven? Okay, so it's not like who is all the way on the top in heaven and what is all the way down on earth. So they're basically saying that who and what are both located within heaven.
Okay.
And then it says, this was inherited by Jacob as he shall reach from end to end. So, so the who and the what, which is the upper and lower edges of heaven, that is what Jacob inherited. Jacob inherited the land in heaven, which is between the who and the what. As he shall reach from end to end, from the end above, which is who, and down to the lower end, which is what. Therefore, he stands in the middle, and who has created these Al-Ha. So, what I kind of was just drawing as we were going along, and again, this is just my very novice interpretation, so it may be, kind of silly to you or to others, but I'm just gonna just give to you from what I got from this. Okay, just as somebody who's just like never even picked up, this part of the book before. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who and what are both in heaven? Who is the upper edge and what is the lower edge? And that is the area that was inherited by Jacob. Now, Jacob, he reached his hands, one hand up to the who, and he reached one hand down for the what. Okay, so it says, he shall reach from end to end, from the end above, who is who, down to the lower end. So basically, if Jacob was standing there making a diagonal, he would be making a diagonal with his hands. So one hand would be up, and then one hand would be down, right, to the who and to the what. And then it says, therefore, he stands in the middle, and who has created these? So if his hand is up, and that's a yud, and that is to the who, and then the other hand is a yud, which is down, so and that's the what. So just the little bit that I know of Hebrew that has one hand facing up and one hand facing down, a yod and a yud, that the vav would be in the middle, and it says that Jacob was in the middle with his hands, his two yuds, up and down to the who and what. Therefore, he stands in the middle. So maybe Jacob could be the vav in this case, with his hands outstretched.
I love it. That's why it's called open source Torah. Loi b'shamayim, he means the Torah is not in heaven. Why did God give us the Torah on Sinai, the lowest of the mountains? By the way, it was not a high mountain, it was a very low mountain. Not just to teach us, oh, be humble. No, 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 no. Should we understand the Torah is not in the heavens? It's literally right here. It's on the lowest mountain. Yeah, it has to be on a mountain. It has to be elevated. It has to be above us. 'Cause it's above us. But it's on the lowest of the mountains. It's on a mountain, yes, but the lowest. In order to teach us
Okay,
this point that the Torah is not in heaven, it's right here with us.
right. And you know how you were saying, like, why I'm just another reason why I'm just saying that in this circumstance, can Jacob be viewed as the Vav, because um, the Vav is the hook that anchors the top to the bottom. So when he's raising one hand up to the tippity top of the edge of the who and the other hand to the bottom, he really is acting as the Vav, as the hook. You know what I mean? To bring the who and the what together.
It's very cool.
And it would be like the upper and lower heavens, I guess. Like the top edge and the bottom edge. Okay. Okay, I'm done.
I'm not too. I liked it a lot. We did our hour, by the way. I think it was great.
Okay. Yeah. That was fun. And we should kind of just skim like the rest of like this chapter. Like I think it's like 1A. I don't know how far it goes, but this is still like the introduction, so we should see how far the introduction goes, and if it's really 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 far, maybe we just consider just like starting the Zohar. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if you think the introduction is super relevant, to read it before we actually dive into the Zohar.
Whatever you want. I don't really care. It's
Okay.
like we say, it's not. This is like everyone's involved. You know, whatever you want to do, it doesn't really matter to me. So hopefully, people are gonna watch and respond with comments and like, "Hey, I like what you guys are doing. Let's approach it this way," and then we can get feedback. And other than
Yeah.
that, I don't really care.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, thank you for reading
Sure. You
with
get what I
me.
mean by the Torah is not in heaven, it's our Torah. We get to do with it what we want. You could choose any part of the Zohar to read. That's why it was given on a low mountain. That's why it wasn't given on a high mountain, because it was given on the lowest mountain. Why was it not given on a high mountain? I don't get you. You're giving me the Torah on a mountain to show me that it's above us, but you choose the smallest mountain. Why did you choose the smallest mountain? I don't get you. I get why you chose a mountain. I don't get why you chose the smallest mountain, though.
So it's the most easily accessible to us. You
Exactly.
know. Yeah.
Meaning that you get to choose what you want to study and how and when and where.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah. It's yours. It's your Torah. Like we own it. That's what it is, pretty much. It's open source Torah. Not that we can change the Torah, that we can't do, but we can live it.
That's right. All right. Well, very good, Yoel. Very good first reading of the Zohar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, have a good night, okay?
Very good. Good night to you, Kim.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye. Guys, thanks for joining me. I really like this. I hope you find some inspiration, yumminess. I don't know. Hashem blesses me and loves me. Listen, I'm not allowed to charge money for these classes. I can't. I'm not allowed to charge for Torah, and I don't want to. It would take away all the fun. But I do need like cigarettes. My vape is almost done. Ketamine costs money. I mean, I'm not even paying for it, but like, I'm just saying, things cost money. If you want to make my life fun and just support me, um, Califari on Cash App is the best way to do it. You could send me a Cash App if you have the application directly to my bank account. I'll go right now and like buy a beer. You know what I mean? Like you can really, really impact my life right here, right now. I like you a lot. Thanks for watching. Shabbos good yom to follow me on YouTube and TikTok and Twitter and Facebook.